Life after 80 should be about peace, health, and enjoying the rewards of a lifetime of hard work and not unnecessary financial stress. But many elders unknowingly make small money mistakes that grow into big financial burdens. A secure retirement isn't just about savings, it's also about smart banking decisions. Protecting your wealth at this stage is about being careful, avoiding risks, and simplifying finances. Remember, you've already worked hard to earn your money, and now your money should work safely for you. Avoiding these common banking mistakes will ensure you don't lose what you've built. Keeping large cash in savings accounts may look like the safest choice for seniors who have crossed 80, but in reality, it can slowly drain financial strength without them even realizing it. At this age, most people feel comfort in seeing a big number in their savings account, believing that it is protected and easily accessible whenever needed. While accessibility is true, the danger comes from the extremely low interest rates that banks usually offer on savings deposits. Inflation never stops, and every year the purchasing power of money reduces. For example, if the interest rate is 2% but inflation is 6%, the actual value of money decreases by 4% each year. Over 5 to 10 years, this loss becomes significant, reducing the real worth of lifetime savings. Seniors often ignore this erosion because they believe the money is safe, but safe does not always mean secure in the long term. Moreover, keeping very large amounts in savings makes one vulnerable to identity theft, banking errors, or even lack of insurance coverage beyond certain limits. Many banks only insure deposits up to a fixed amount, and if a senior keeps all their life savings in one place, they could lose a large part in case of a crisis. Diversifying into safer investment products like government bonds, fixed deposits with short lock-in periods, or senior citizen savings schemes would provide better returns and still maintain security. The real mistake is not understanding the slow erosion caused by inflation and believing that keeping everything in savings is equal to protecting wealth, when in fact it is quietly reducing the financial independence elders worked their whole life to achieve. Falling for high-interest schemes is another serious mistake seniors often make after 80 because this age group is more vulnerable to persuasive sales pitches and promises of quick gains. Banks and financial institutions sometimes promote complex products like market-linked insurance, aggressive mutual funds, or high-return bonds that carry hidden risks. Elders, who may not have the energy or mental sharpness to analyze detailed terms and conditions, often rely on the word of the advisor or bank representative. The temptation of hearing that a certain plan offers 10 or 12% return becomes too attractive compared to the small interest on savings accounts. However, what is not explained clearly is the risk of losing capital or the high penalties for early withdrawal. At this stage of life, protecting capital should always be the priority, because there is no active income to recover losses if the investment fails. Many seniors get trapped in schemes that lock their money for years, while they actually need liquidity for health emergencies or daily expenses. Some products even come with high service charges, hidden fees, or commissions that reduce actual returns far below what was promised. For instance, insurance co-investment products may show projected returns, but after deducting mortality charges and administrative costs, the real payout is far less. This mistake is not just financial but also emotional, because once the money is stuck in such products, seniors feel stressed and helpless. At over 80 years, peace of mind is priceless, and tying funds into risky promises of high interest compromises both financial stability and mental health. The wiser choice is always low risk, transparent products that guarantee safety over flashy schemes that look attractive in words but dangerous in practice. Not monitoring hidden fees is another mistake that eats away senior finances in a silent and invisible manner. Banks today operate on a model where many services come with charges: ATM withdrawal limits, minimum balance penalties, debit card renewal charges, SMS alerts, online transaction fees, and service taxes. For an elderly person who does not regularly check bank statements or may not understand digital notifications, these small deductions often go unnoticed. 100 rupees here, 200 there, multiplied by multiple accounts and several services, can add up to thousands every year. Over a decade, that becomes a heavy burden, especially when seniors are living on fixed pensions or interest income. Seniors often trust their banks and avoid questioning these charges, thinking they are standard, but in reality, banks offer senior citizen-friendly accounts with reduced or zero charges if only they were requested. Another danger is automatic renewals of services or debit instructions that deduct money every month without clear benefit to the account holder. For example, a debit card annual fee may be deducted even if the card is rarely used, or an insurance premium might be charged automatically without consent. Not carefully monitoring these deductions means paying for services that are not needed or never used. At this stage of life, when every rupee counts, ignoring hidden fees is almost like giving away free money to banks without realizing it. Seniors must either review their statements regularly or take help from trusted family members to ensure no unnecessary charges are eating into their wealth. The mistake is in assuming that banks always act in their best interest, when in reality, banking is a business and hidden fees are one of the ways it generates profit. Sharing PINs or passwords is a mistake that could have devastating consequences for seniors after 80. Out of habit or due to memory issues, many elders either write down their ATM PIN on a piece of paper, keep it in their wallet, or share it with house help, relatives, or friends for convenience. They feel they were being practical by allowing someone else to withdraw money or make online payments for them. But this habit creates enormous risk. Once a PIN or password is shared, there is no real way to control how it is used or misused. Even if the person is trusted, accidents happen, and the information can fall into the wrong hands. Cybercrime targeting seniors has increased, with fraudsters calling elders pretending to be bank officers and asking for OTPs or passwords. Seniors who are not comfortable with digital banking are more likely to trust such callers and give away confidential information. Once compromised, money can be withdrawn or transferred instantly, leaving the senior helpless. Unlike younger individuals, seniors cannot afford such losses, as rebuilding wealth is not possible without active income. Another issue is weak passwords that are easy to guess, such as birth dates or simple numbers, which criminals can exploit. Some elders even use the same password across multiple accounts, increasing the risk further. Sharing PINs and passwords also creates legal complications, because if unauthorized transactions occur, banks often deny responsibility, stating that the account holder violated security rules. At 80 or beyond, protecting every rupee becomes crucial, and the safest way is to maintain strict confidentiality of all banking credentials. Use two-factor authentication wherever possible, and never disclose sensitive details even to close contacts. The mistake is not realizing that convenience today can lead to loss tomorrow, and once money is stolen, recovery is often impossible.